Tiger Woods got off to a great start, but he limped to the first round finish line, both literally and figuratively. 2 under par through 5 holes as Tiger was playing in his second tournament since that horrific leg injury. He did make the cut at the Masters, did not challenge for a win. Came into this week looking better physically, and you saw that at the start. That's the approach on his first hole, number 10, started on the back 9. And right there, birdie, just like he began the 2007 PGA Championship at Southern Hills, a tournament he won. Mentioned Tiger was 2 under through 5. Well, then at his 6th hole, it quickly turned, and he had troubles out of the sand. Bogeyed the 15th hole, his 6th of the day, and then another bogey at the 13th hole of the day. 2 over par through 13 holes. He only hit 7 greens on this day, and this was his last hole. Really grimacing and in a lot of pain after that tee shot, which hit the tree and then bounced back into the fairway. But then his approach shot once again missed the green, and there you see Tiger limping to the finish line. A flop shot goes awry there from behind the green and ends up bogeying another hole. He would bogey 7 of the last 13 holes. He said after the round, the leg is not feeling as good as I'd want it to be. A 4 over par 74 for Tiger Woods. And one of his playing partners, Rory McIlroy, was 5 under par on this day, 9 strokes better than Tiger Woods, who did not make a putt over 15 feet in this opening round. Let's go out to Tulsa right now. Kyle Porter was following Tiger Woods around. Kyle, it was a good start, both on the scorecard and physically for Tiger Woods. What happened there the final 9 holes or so?
Yeah, I thought there were really 3 things that happened, Chris. It was iron play that I thought was kind of mediocre. That was emblematic, or you saw kind of a example of that on his last hole, the 9th hole of the day, where hits it in the middle of the fairway, and then he's just way long with his approach shot and just left himself no green to work with. Ended up making bogey there, so he didn't hit his irons great. And then he made some interesting decisions off the tee. He's playing with Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth, who were consistently a lot longer than him off the tee, and it wasn't because they were necessarily hitting driver better. They were hitting driver at all. Tiger Woods didn't hit his driver a ton. That was kind of going to be his gameplay going in, but when it was next to Rory and Spieth, he was on a couple of holes 100 yards back of Rory, 70 yards back of Spieth, and just it's hard to make up that ground when you're not hitting your irons great. And then obviously the third thing, you mentioned it, his injury did not, or his right leg did not look great over the last couple of holes, especially 8 and 9. There was a real something that I didn't necessarily see at Augusta National in terms of kind of pain level there. So I presume he's going to give it a go tomorrow on Friday. I haven't heard anything that it's going to be something that would take him out of the tournament, but it did not look good, even compared to what we saw at Augusta when he was kind of limping around there on the weekend.
Yeah, how concerning is that, especially when we had so much hope? Not that Tiger was going to win the tournament or anything, but hope that he could look a lot better on a course that was easier to walk. And he said he felt a lot better coming into this week.
Yeah, I think it's concerning in the long term because you want to see incremental improvements. If Tiger this week had made the cut and maybe finished 30th or 25th or something like that, and maybe he still will, but that's something you can build on, off of that T47 at the Masters. If you're taking a step back, literally and figuratively, at the PGA Championship, where it's like, wow, the leg actually is doing a lot worse than it did at Augusta National, that doesn't bode well for the long term, because is it ever going to get better? Is it going to be 2 steps forward, 1 step back? I don't know how that's going to go, but I think for me, just watching him out there, it didn't look good. I mean, it looked, I don't know how it came through on TV, but he looked like he was in an immense amount of pain, and that again does not portend well for the long term.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.